Cape Coast at the slave castle, the castle where enslaved people were held before they came to America through the transatlantic slave trade. And I'm going to be able to give you guys a tour today, okay? So right now we are waiting until 12:20 for the tour to start. We have a plaque here. This plaque was unveiled by President Barack Obama and the First Lady Michelle Obama of the United States of America on the occasion of their visit to the Cape Coast Castle on the 11th day of July 2009. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama were both here. I can show you guys around a little bit. There's cannons that they used when people were, I think, so this castle was owned by multiple people. I think at first it was the Portuguese and then the Spanish and then the English that came to this castle, but we're gonna get more information on that. We have all the cannonballs here, the cannons, and the ocean. The ocean. And you can see the boats that they use for fishing over here. Can you guys believe this? This is the last place my ancestors were before they were taken to America. This is the last place my ancestors were before taken to America, bro. Like, that's so crazy. We're gonna go through the castle that they were held in, the dungeon they were held in when they weren't treated like humans. It's very emotional, bro. If you want to, you guys need to come to Ghana and see this. It's called the Point of No. There's also the Door of No Return. We're gonna go through the Door of No Return, which is the last piece of land the ancestors touched before they were taken to America. Can you guys see this? You guys feel what's happening here? It's crazy. And we got the whole castle right here. Whole castle. We're just sitting down waiting for the tour to start. We are at the slave castle. Let me show y'all. This is the last place my ancestors and our ancestors were before taken to America for the transatlantic slave trade. Behind me we have the water, the ocean. It's crazy. We're about to go on a tour. All right, so during this tour we're gonna have someone who guides us around, and he's gonna be answering all the questions we have. You guys see all these freaking cannons that were used? You guys are gonna get more information about this later. And then there's some fishing ships over here behind me. A lot of fishing ships. And then also, if you missed the castle, this is the castle. It's huge. I can show you guys more in a second. Let me show y'all. So this is the whole castle, where the enslaved people were held. And they weren't held at the top. They were held at the bottom. We're at the slave castle in Cape Coast, Ghana. That's the name of the city, Cape Coast, Ghana. And you're going to see where the ancestors of those who come from the transatlantic slave trade were held. Hello. Yes, we're ready. Yes. I'm gonna show you guys this is the Cape Coast map. Look at the map. And we're gonna see all the places that are there. Yeah. Okay, so they want us to go to the museum before we start our tour. Okay. Walking like this, can go in and we come out. Okay, so we're going through the museum right now before the tour. Let's give them some space, Hannah. I want to give the people in front of me some space so that we're not like disrupting their experience. but I'm gonna show you guys some things. Let me know if the connection is bad, you guys. Okay, so this says, welcome to the building history of Cape Coast Castle. We invite you to explore the history of this building and discover what is being done to conserve it for future generations. This is Africa. Ghana is right here, and then we have the central region of Ghana. This is where we are in Cape Coast, and then Accra is all the way over there. It took us 3 hours to get here. These are some tools that were used. Okay, we're leaving. Oh, here's a live action view of the castle.
To produce the raw material, where the raw materials were taken back to Europe. That is why it is called the triangular tree, which lasted for more than 400 years. Now they captured enslaved African from so many West African neighborhoods of countries like present-day Ghana, Togo, Niger, Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso. These people at that time were forced to walk or journey barefooted. They would walk through thick bushes or paths before they would get to the various castles. Because the castles were made as the main trading post. And so it doesn't matter anywhere they capture you. This castle was for the British. And so if they capture you in any part of the West African country, whether Liberia, Togo, Niger, Nigeria, you walk to this side of the castle here. They were tied with strong, but you can't even escape. Now they walk up like present-day Burkina Faso for more than 10,000 kilometers before they get to the castle. They'll make a stop over at a place called Asin Mountain because they were tied. They'll feed them and then they'll shave all their hair because some have gray hair, so they have to make them look younger, nice and attractive. In the riverside where they took their last bath in Africa, and from there they marched them to the various castles. But in Cape Coast Castle, they are sent to a place out here called Palava Hall. That was the auction block where they were being groomed for sale, and that is where they were buying and selling the enslaved Africans. Straight from there, they marched them to the court side here, where they brand them so that they can easily identify the ones that they own, and then that's how come they separate them to their respective dungeons. Males kept separately, females kept separately till the ships will arrive. And through the walking tour, if time permits us, go through all the various places that we have to go and end the tour right down here at the door of the temple. Before we start the tour, there are two flags on the wall. There's one flag unveiled July 2009 when Michelle Obama and Barack Obama came to visit the castle. Michelle Obama traced her ancestral roots down here, and when the family came here, they unveiled us as a sign that they also visited here. We have another one here, which was unveiled in 1992 during the first ever Panafest in Ghana. Panafest means Pan-African Historical Theatre Festival. You can have a picture of it because it carries a very powerful message unveiled by the House of Chiefs. I will make references to this plaque when we are ending the tour at the door of no return. You are once again welcome to the castle. Let's begin our walking tour right at the Mills Mesa, the door of no return. But we return. Alright, so 4 steps down. Please use the middle side.
Okay, so now we're beginning the tour, you guys. That was just the intro to everything. I showed you guys the plaques. Good morning, good morning. What? You want to go in through the back? You want to be last? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be in her video. I'll go in right before you, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for everyone else to go because I want to be towards the end so that I'm not like recording everyone. Okay, so we're going down some stairs. I want to show you guys what it looks like when we go down the stairs. This is the male. We're first going in the male slave dungeon. So the males and the females were kept separately. If you guys didn't hear that, this is the male slave dungeon. Going downstairs is about all the enslaved males.
And a headmaster was also appointed a headmaster for the school for the mixed races, and also a black priest leading the whites in the church. It got to a point of time he started preaching against the atrocities the whites were doing to the white soldiers as one of them. But after he started condemning the atrocities, he was sacked from the castle. The slavery the whites were paying, they seized his land. So he was sacked, but he was still survived the outside world. He started putting the restrictions and the people around this neighborhood were related Today in Ghana, we believe formal or Western education is attributed to this man over here. And so the first primary school, elementary school built in Ghana was named after him, called the Powerful Boys and Girls. The school is still here in Sheffield, is still functioning. He died in 17th October 1816 at the age of 75. So every 17th October, the school children and the Anglican Church will come and honor him. Let's talk about the three European graves.
Please, let me ask the question. You say the native name of the chapel is what? Ejure.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey Snoover, my phone like overheated, so I stopped the stream, but I'm back on stream now.
He died what year? He died what year?
17th October 1816.
But I heard you said they excavated this place.
And they found the skeleton.
The graves here. So when they were coming, the graves were here. They wanted to know who are in this graves. Was a soldier, but the cause of the cause of death is unknown. Some are saying malaria killed him, malaria killed him. Others were saying during the Anglo-Dutch war between the Dutch and the British, a gunshot was fired. That's killed him. So it's a blame game between these two nations. We actually don't know what killed him. He died at the age of 38 years. The middle one is the only white woman to come to this castle to visit her husband, George McLean. Her name is Letitia Elizabeth Landon. She was from Britain. She came here to visit her husband. 2 months later, she was found dead upstairs in her room. The dead brought so many confusions here in this castle. There were 3 theories that were surrounding the particular death of this woman. One, a school of thought was saying malaria killed her. 2, another one was saying that when she came here, she found out that her husband was dating an African mistress in Accra called Ellen Bannerman. Out of jealousy, she committed suicide. And the school of thought is saying the African mistress posed as a servant, connived with her husband to poison Letitia. She died at the age of 36. Up to date, we don't know. I also don't know what killed her. You have 3 options: malaria, suicide, you can pick, or poison. And after she died, the husband continued with the African mistress to feed her. So they still continue. This is the husband. The husband is called Captain John McLean. Remember, he just came from the mainland. There is a tunnel that is blocked. This is the man who blocked the tunnel in 1833 to 1834. He was a Scottish and was then appointed as administrator of the castle and then the president of the London Committee. This same man also introduced us to the Western cultural system out there. So my Lord, I'm not guilty in Ghana, was brought to this country by this man out here, the Marcus Holding architect. He is also the architect of the famous one we call the end of 1844. He drafted the bill, but at that time it was signed between Commander Hill and the 8th Fancy Chiefs, which was signed out here in this castle. Malaria confirmed killed him, died at the age of 46 years. So these are the graves. Now there are 2 times there, that is the water tank. So during the time while the trade was going on, they harvest the rainwater here. They will store the rainwater and use the rainwater to cook and feed the Africans. So there is no longer a rainwater. It's connected pipes to when the pipe can, we will open it, store it, pump the water out and use it for the activities of the castle today. Now let's get a little bit closer to see. Be careful for holding any gadgets. They will leave from the sun.
Okay, so now we're going over here.
So this is the water. At that time, they were using the rainwater, but we have connected pipes. So when the pipe, we open the pipe. It's really deep and long. We open the pipe and we install the pipe and use the pipe water today by pumping the water for the washrooms now. So there are 2. There are 2 here. So this one, and then the tunnel when colonization of this castle. Part of the tunnel was also converted into water tank. Now let's see the condenser, how freedom fighters were finding.
Okay, we're like maybe 20 minutes into the tour, I think. I think now we're going into the female side. If you guys were here in the beginning, that was the male side. Now we're going to the female side. So that over there, they used to collect, it's like a little thing where they collect the water, and that's what they would use to cook for the enslaved people. I'm good. Oh, I hold it. Okay.
We have 3 short doors. Please make sure you watch your head.
We may not have service. That's what happened in the other place, is that the service cut out, so we'll see. This is for the female. Also, if you guys don't remember, the enslaved people were kept downstairs and those who enslaved them were upstairs. My stream cut off. Yes, it did cut off because of the service here and the heat. The heat here is crazy because we're like outside all the time. So all these stairs that we have, and you guys can see the views of the water. Let's flip it back. I have a lot of stairs I have to climb. I believe we're probably about like halfway done with the tour now. We are in Palaver Hall. Let me show you guys. This is Palaver Hall.
Palaver is a Portuguese word meaning bargaining, troubles, or chaos. And so most of the English or most of the words we use in Ghana today are all being corrupted. We are all using, it's not Palaver, so it's Palaver. And that's why I say it's a Portuguese word. Some of the words we use, can't and all these times are all Portuguese words because we were colonized by the British, by the Portuguese were also translated, and some of their words are still used. And so this is where the buying and selling of the Africans took place. Now, the traditional leaders also profited from the business. And so they will capture them from different African countries. Ghana here, it was not only one tribe, every tribe was involved. It was not, at that time, you can't claim this is Ghana, this is Ghana, whiskey, tobacco, sugar, fabric. And so when the enslaved Africans are marching, the trading companies, that's why it's called Palaver. Because you see this dress, it is nice, you want it. You also want it, somebody also wants it. So there's chaos here. They will fight over till everybody will the trading companies, the one who was supposed to win. Doctors will examine, they don't buy any pregnant woman or any medicine. So let's even bother to come in and be person. And so after the doctors here will examine them, they go ahead, they shake them for the matter tree. You bring an enslaved African, I give you a mirror or a gun or a gun powder or drink. That was the community. And after that, they take them to the graveside, brand them with the initials of the camp. They'll put a metal or iron in the fire to become very hot, right? Straight from the fire, they just grind them in part of the body. And then they separate them to their respective families. That's how come the males and the females were all separated from each other. This castle is now designated as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1979. We do maintenance. Some of the things today, especially the floor, the roof, some of the rooms or the walls, the windows, the doors, especially the wooden part here, we have replaced a lot of them because we believe in sustainable choice. It was preserved. Today the castle now is 362 years, it was preserved. In the same way we need to also preserve the future generations. So I'll still show you the original stuff, just like the door, the original door I showed you by the convenience. We still see the original stuff. So that's why the room today is modern. Anytime we want to do a program, we do it. Currently there's a discussion going on where we are doing something which is serving as a central place as the market. So I'll give you 2 minutes to walk around to see if you want to find something. After 2 minutes, we go back and continue the tour. And after the whole tour, the whole place is completed. I still come back, walk around, take a tour of the shop.
Okay, you guys. So she said basically like a break in the tour. We can look around and see what items they have that they're selling, like these dresses over here. But yes, of course I know Tenise. Isn't that what it's called now, Tenise? We have a lot of things. If you're in a sorority or a fraternity, they have the fraternity items. Like I see Alpha. It's a lot of art in here. A lot of different types of art all around. But yeah, it's a lot of art, you guys. A lot of art. Beautiful art. It is so beautiful. So you can see like all the drums and the beads and bangles. Yep. A Puma shirt. It doesn't have the price, unfortunately. I would buy this shirt.
After Portuguese were they came here. 1555, it was a trading lodge known as Cabo Corso. The meaning of Cabo Corso means shooting. That is how come the English corrected it to be in 1655, the Swedish took over, made it a stone fort, a small fort named after their king called Carolin's. The Danes seized the fort from the Swedish. The locals, this town, French people seized the forts at that time, and then they gave it back to them. And then the Dutch stayed here for 2 years. And then the last of them were the English. In 1664, they captured it. In 1665, they made it into a status of a castle. It took the English more than 100 years to construct or build this castle. We can say if not for cheap or free labor, they used the Africans to construct the castle. Meaning we Africans construct our own slave vangeance. And so from the Portuguese to the Swedish to the Denmark to the Dutch, the English, so they took it small, made it big. That's why this is credited to them. But the English were afraid that the indigenous people, the French people, would still come to seize the castle from them. And some of the European nations like the Germans and the French. So the English were the last European nation to stay in Ghana for more than 200 years. After colonization was abolished from this castle. After the state was abolished from here, colonization was also started by them here in this castle. This was their home. So they protected the castle so hard from the other European nations. And so they mounted everywhere the castle with cannons and cannonballs, which we are seeing today. And the 247 as a security post guarding the castle. One is called Fort William, another one is called Fort Victoria. But with the Fort William, you're going to see that with the Fort Victoria. Due to the long buildings of the churches and the trees here, we're not going to see Fort Victoria from the back. The Fort Victoria and William are all similar and looks the same. So when we turn back like this, watch the side of the hill. Straight on the hill, there's a small white building on the hill. That is the castle. A small white building on the hill. So that is called William.
You guys see it?
That is called William. And also a lighthouse. That was
Right there on the right there is another castle.
And so the fort there was designed for a military post. All the British officers or soldiers were there. So the soldiers there were communicating with the soldiers. There's a communication room for the fort was here, opposite the governor's bedroom. They signal the soldiers. So in the morning they communicate with flags. Afternoon like this, mirror, evening, fire. What you guys see, the locals were not doing is they live miles away from here. The last time they can even, so when you are there, you see portion of the land and portion of the sea. Most of them are castle attacks were all coming from this. That's why the cannons are all in the side. And so whilst the forts there, the soldiers see the attacks coming. They communicate with the soldiers here, and the more they keep putting the cannonballs in the cannon, the more they keep firing, create holes for the ships to sink. Now you can see that there's churches all over around.
Don't worry, man.
The Anglican churches when they moved back from there, the green color churches are now Anglican churches. Started here in the castle. The one with the green room with the Wesley Methodist Church, also from this castle. The straight one there with the cross on top of it with the Catholic Church. Historically, this place is called Chapel Square. Now when you watch down here, you can see some archcraft shows. This was the barracks for the British soldiers, the garrison of the barracks for the British soldiers. It was later transformed into a prison cells in Ghana. While the prison cells was going on, pottery was also there. The first pottery by McLean was used by the government of Ghana. And so until 1992, they took the prison cells from here to a place outside Cape Coast called Antwerp. We are about to walk on those marble tiles here and the wooden floor there, that is a pitch pine timber. Everything from this side are all original, more than 200 years, we've not replaced them. Now let's see the governor's building.
You guys can see everything down there. This is the governor's bedroom hall. Governor's bedroom hall. So you guys are able to see some of the view. I've taken pictures here before. I'm gonna show you guys the view now. I'm gonna flip the cam. This is the room. This is some of the view. Let it focus. Let it focus. Focus. There we go.
This is the governor's residence. This is the living room of the governor. When you come there, the windows here are 9. Just running to this room here, there are 2 windows on that side, making it 11. This is the bedroom, 5 windows, making it 16. Now let's ask ourselves, how many people were in this place? One person living here all by himself and no wife and no children. One of these windows, we should divide how of it. We get the air goes at the dining room. One person. And this place was the seat of governors. Cape Coast was the first capital town of Ghana, 1877. And the political seat was taken from here to Christian Ward in Accra. That's why today Accra is now the capital of Ghana. We've renovated here, and then this is still operating. Now let's leave the bedroom. Let's see the reception area and the bedroom.
So this is just the living room, y'all. What the heck? This is just the living room. Look at how many windows there are. There's like 10 windows in here. Think about how many windows were in the slave dungeon. There was 3 and they were tiny. Oh, let me flip the cam. I'm talking to y'all and y'all can't even hear me. All right. So yeah, there's 10 windows in here for one person, and this is their living room. We haven't even entered their bedroom yet. Look at their view. This is crazy. Really crazy what's happening. Okay, so now we're going through another room. The original ceiling, the floor is renovated.
This is the reception area for the governor, where the governor was receiving visitors. This is the governor's personal office. A minibar where his horse is driven to receive visitors. So all this was for the governor. So this is the governor's residence. The reception area, his office, and bar. Now let's see where Anglican Church in Ghana started from. And then we go there and see where the door of no return and the door of return is. And then we end it at our power plant.
Children's library. Here we go. A children's library.
Alright, so we are on top of the mill dungeon, and you remember the third chamber. I was talking about a church and a spy hole. So this is the spy hole, and this was where Anglican Church in Ghana started. So this is where they were preaching the Bible, and this is where the castle schools also started by Reverend Philip Kweku. So ask yourself if they came here to spread the gospel. So they didn't come to spread any gospel.
This window right here is leading down to where the slave dungeon was. Sorry.
Today it's no longer a church. The church is the one that I showed you, the Pink Color Church.
And they renovated. This used to be a church.
Let the children and the native people here also come to learn some history and then read from here. So now it's a children's library. Now let's see part of the tunnel that we are not going to walk through it, but we're going to see a section, part of it.
Okay. So we're going to another area. This is the view. Hey Kurt, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna flip my camera in a minute. There we go. We're flipped. Gotta make sure my phone doesn't overheat. Oh, we're going on a walk. I think the tour is almost over. We're going to be passing through the point of the door of no return in a minute. And if you guys do not know, the door of no return is the last piece of land that the enslaved people touch before going on the transatlantic trade slave journey. Very sad.
One by one, don't go a little bit further. So you can watch it or your other friends. So you can watch it and then we come this way. So let's make it one by one. Hello, please don't go a little bit further.
Steps and steps.
I will explain. Just watch and I will explain. Relax, take your time. So please don't go too much further. I'm sorry, the children. There's another way. So there are two ways. This one and this one. This side is a little bit deeper.
Don't go too much.
So you remember the mill dungeon? Hello.
Don't go too much.
Please, the children are not allowed. There's another one here. So you remember the mill dungeon? I said there was a tunnel that starts from the male dungeon to the female's dungeon. So this is the underground tunnel. We are not going to go in. Nobody was thrown out from here. Nobody came in. Nobody came out. It's just designed for a British soldier to stand here or here to command them to move and join the ships. So the females will join. If they select them and you say no, you resist, they'll punish you for 1 week. They will lock you here. There was a lock there. They'll feed you once a day by passing your food through this window or egg. But this was more like a condemned cell where they just killed them. It was meant to force them to submit themselves after to rape. And so when you are ready, just put your hand with any officer. The officer will take you out, wash you down, fetch the reservoir. That time was a rain. Wash you and then send you, rape you and return you back again. There are 2 female slave dungeons. Each contains the same number. All of them are the same, which we are going to use just one group of the female slave dungeon. So please, let's proceed.
Right. That's the door, no return. This is the female slave dungeon, you guys.
And this is the female dungeon, which holds 150, making it 300. All of them were punished the same. No female was treated different from a male. They were all having the same. So these 3 holes were their source of light and ventilation. You know, colonization in Ghana started from here. And so during colonization, they made this room another useful room. That is why they later made this big room. But at that time, whilst the trade was going on, there was not this window. It was this 3 holes, 7 meters. So now we can go ahead, compare the male and the female's dungeon, compare the government room and judge yourself. Imagine staying here for 3 months, doing your monthly floor in the floor. At that time, there was nothing like sanitary pad. And remember, when you come here, no bag for you, because you've already taken your last and final bath in the river there. So imagine staying here for more than 2 weeks or 2 months and no bag, so you can receive the smell that will be coming out. And this is very man, this is where they eat. Your monthly floor is on the floor. You do everything here in this room. And so these are the females, and some of them were here with their children. When they captured them, some of them were with their children. They tied them with their mother. The food they are giving you is small. So sometimes the children, they will die on their way before you get here. The food they are giving you is small. How much more are you also going to use it to feed your baby? Because you were shackled with chains here. They will you just do your hand like this and they just drop you the food. And the food is very small. So how are you even going to eat, get some breast milk and feed the baby? That's how these people were also treated here. This is the female dungeon. All these are for visitors who all visit the castle. Some pay their tribute by bringing the flowers. Some also pay their tribute by lighting candles all over here. So this is the female. Now let's see the famous door, the door of no return.
That's so sad. Oh, man. You guys, we're at the last stop. You guys are able to hear everything. Like, it's actually very, very sad. Right now, you can see the door of no return.
Let's come to from this side. Alright, so this is the door, the famous door of no return. The door you see here today was designed very short, small door, designed for just one person. You know, colonization started, so during colonization, they said they will not walk through the small door. So they expanded this door. Anyone that will use this door, the person will lose your name. Now, how many of you are Ghanaians here? Mention your same name. No, your same name. I can. Okay, so you are NiamakaPope. I can easily determine you're from Accra, and I can determine from the northern part of Ghana with Ibrahim. So I can easily determine you're from Ghana. But at that time, with your name like this, Ibrahim and NiamakaPope, the moment you walk through this door, your name is changed to Morgan, Peterson, Samson. So you can't trace your roots again. Because the moment you walk through, you change your identity. You have to take, so some of the slave ships were having a name like Mary and Joseph. And so the moment you walk out from it, those brothers, the Mary and Joseph, are the ones that they have to walk through this door. And so when you come, you have to adapt the new name, Mary and Joseph. That's how come these people lost their identity. They take you as sister, they take you one to a different continent, they take one to another different continent. How can you trace back your roots again? Nobody walked through this door and came back again. Millions, more than 10 millions of Africans used this door and never came back. So this door was expanded by them. This is not the original door today. The original door is found in Elmina Castle today. This door was expanded when they were staying here. They expanded this way. So when you use this door, you are taken to the North America like Virginia, New York, South and North Carolina, and with the Caribbean, Suriname, they're taken to Guyana, Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad. This is some of the Caribbean islands they were taken to. And so not everybody will make it to this door. Wherever they catch on their way, some will die. And the dungeons, some will die. And so from here, this was just a little tip of the punishment here. In the ship, it was held down here. And when they make it to the New World, they are going to auction them to the plantations only. So it takes a really stronger man to survive this treatment. Now they are saying we blacks are lazy, but they've forgotten 400-500 years ago what they did to these people. And so more than millions of African users don't never came back. Today, we are going to use the same door, but I promise you, we shall surely return back.
Guys, what the heck, bro? I'm not gonna lie, the emotions are emotioning, bro. I'm not feeling good right now.
She said this.
And they changed it to door of return.
The way you're talking emotions, you are able to come to them and say, oh.
Door of return now, because we will return, bro.
For them to experience.
In America, they are not mentioning that. But here from the States, 20% are from Europe and 10% are from Paris and then some other part of the country.
You want to finish, you tell us a story about Kintakunte.
It's a movie, it's a slave movie.
Yeah, it's a slave movie, but he was telling us about the roots. That's why the text is roots. So you don't know much about that.
Alright, so we just walk out through the door. You are seeing the sea water now.
Yeah.
If you come here 5 years ago, you notice that the water is shifted back. But at that time, the water was all over here. This place was filled with sea water. And the slave ships wouldn't come here at that time because when they come, they will start. They will park the slave ships up around that side, far away where the waves are. They'll transport them by using the smaller boats we are seeing here. It was smaller than this one we are seeing. Now, 4 or 5 years ago, the water here keep coming to the homes of the folks here, and the government of Ghana recently built the sea defense to prevent the water. Now, this place is a fishing harbor for the locals. We have fishermen, fishmongers all over here. So this is how they make. The name of this place means Abrafumpan in our local language. In English, it means the white man's beach. Because of the activity, they built a wall here to separate the religion from coming here to swim. Because when we come here, automatically we captured as a slave. The name still remains the place here now. Now, whenever they want to come in and out of the castle, they won't come from the door of no return. They will descend from the staircase we are seeing here. Now, there's another interesting door here in the Cape Coast Castle, only found here in the Cape Coast, because this is a real slave dungeon. This was built specifically for the slaves. And so this door has the door of return. The door of return. 1998, 2 skeletons were taken from their graves, one from Jamaica, one from New York. They were Madam Crystal and Samuel Paxson, accompanied by their family here in Ghana. An aircraft brought them to Ghana. From Accra coming here, about 40 minutes before you get to the castle, there's another fort, a small fort on the hill station or Written Fort, Amsterdam, in Abarise Community. That is a Dutch fort. From there, a boat brought them to the castle the same way they left it. The name of a ritual done in front of this door was called emancipation, the first ever emancipation day held in here to tell us that wherever we travel in any part of the world, we must always remember our son Papa, and to break the slave name, the door of no return, to replace it with the door of return, to tell the diaspora that Ghana is finally open to them. That's why 2019 Ghana celebrated the year of return, where a lot of them can now return it into December in Ghana. And you only found this door here in the Cape Coast Castle. So after the ritual, these 2 graves were taken back to the ancestral river Asunmanso, which now they are buried there. And 2 years ago, Barbados president brought another one, making it 3. So that's why we have the door of return. Ladies and gentlemen, you are officially welcome back to the Cape Coast Slave Dungeon. We say Akwaba or welcome to you all. We move into the Akwaba plan, we end the working today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, perpetrate such injustice and impunity. We the living vows of the chiefs in Ghana came to issue the apology, saying that some of the ancestors played a role in it. The land that the castle was built, they refused them. They are sorry, we should forgive them. And we the living should vow not to let any injustice. Whatever happened, it was more than injustice. Because this thing brought a lot of untold hashes and atrocities to these ancestors. Imagine you being in your house with your family, and all of a sudden they capture you, put you in road for a chair. They bring you here, you suffer for 1 or 2 weeks of remand, suffer another care before you make it to the practice. We're in the practice. You are going to work day and night. No rest for you because we're talking about your life. When you die, but once you are alive, you are inducted to them. The freedom is only by them. Freedom is not freedom is given. And so we should make sure that injustice, it doesn't matter our color, our differences, and wherever we are coming from, let's all stay united. But so sometimes when you go to social media, people will be thinking, why are we doing this? If we don't keep this and if we don't tell the history, how our generation coming also going to know what happened, so that they don't repeat the footsteps of what our ancestors 400-500 years ago did. And so we need to preserve the history. We need to tell the generation. Because right now, when you watch where the world is, you don't know where this generation, where we are living to. And so we need to tell them to stay together. We need to tell them to love themselves as one people and make sure that everywhere they travel in part of the world, they must always remember their hope, their roots, and make sure that they don't repeat the past mistakes again. And so thank you so much for coming. I enjoy your company. Unfortunately, I walk into all the end here. My name is Gloria. So I welcome you to the castle once again. These are some children, adult history books. If you want to keep reading further, want to go deep into the roots of the Transatlantic slave trade, there are so many histories here. After all, you can see in our research, which I can display with the which I can continue with. For now, please enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Guys, that's the end of the tour. I know we had some tech difficulties, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. Wow. you guys, like seeing it through a screen is not the same as being here yourself. Please, 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 if you can come to Ghana, come to Ghana, come to Ghana, come to Cape Coast.